Hello, this is FASTECH. Prior to the detailed product description, let me briefly introduce the FASTECH Ethernet product line and Ethernet total solution. Before that, let me briefly introduce the FASTECH Ethernet product line. Here is a brand called Ezi-SERVO. Ezi-SERVO is a closed-loop stepping system product line. And there is a brand called Ezi-STEPII. Ezi-STEPII is an open-loop micro-stepping system product line. And there is a brand called Ezi-MOTIONLINK. Ezi-MOTIONLINK is a one-axis motion controller for AC servo drive. Lastly, the brand Ezi-IO is a digital I/O module. So, FASTECH Ethernet product line has the Ezi-SERVO brand of the closed-loop stepping system, the Ezi-STEPII brand of the open-loop micro-stepping system, the Ezi-MOTIONLINK brand of the one-axis motion controller for AC servo drive, and the Ezi-IO brand of the digital I/O module. Let's take a look at each product brand one by one. First, Ezi-SERVO brand. Ezi-SERVO brand has three products, including Ezi-SERVO 2 Plus-E, a standard type of closed-loop stepping system, Ezi-SERVO 2 Plus-E MINI, a mini drive type, and Ezi-SERVO 2 Plus-E All, an all-in-one type that combines a motor, a high-resolution encoder, a drive and motion controller and Ethernet network. Next, Ezi-STEPII brand. Ezi-STEPII brand has two products, including Ezi-STEPII 2 Plus-E, a standard type of open-loop micro-stepping system, and Ezi-STEPII 2 Plus-E MINI, a mini drive type. Next, Ezi-MOTIONLINK brand. Ezi-MOTIONLINK brand has one product called Ezi-MOTIONLINK Plus-E, a one-axis motion controller that can be directly connected to various AC servos such as Yaskawa and Mitsubishi. Finally, Ezi-IO brand. Ezi-IO brand has one product called Ezi-IO Plus-E, which is digital I/O module. So, FASTECH has a total of 7 Ethernet products. Since there are various types of products, we can provide a total solution that enables stepping motor, AC servo, and I/O module to be controlled through the standard Ethernet port of a PC without a separate motion controller. This is the meaning of total solutions. Until now, I briefly introduced the meaning of the total solution and FASTECH's Ethernet products. Among 7 types of products, I'd like to introduce 2 Ethernet products of open-loop micro-stepping system. The first Ethernet-based product of open-loop micro-stepping system is Ezi-STEPII 2 Plus-E. Next, prior to the introduction of Ezi-STEPII 2 Plus-E, I would like to explain the FASTECH's Ethernet products with the example of Korean market situation. When a customer configures the machine, PC or PLC is used in various ways as the main master. In the Korean market, this main master is an industrial PC usually. Almost 70 to 80% of machine builders compose their machine based on PC. The main reason is that the software development environment is flexible when controlling machines. That is, accessibility is good. In more detail, since customers can easily configure machine programs in a Windows-based programming environment by directly connecting to a Windows-based PC, most customers in the Korean market prefer and use FASTECH's Ethernet products a lot. In addition, the most widespread software development environment in the world is PC, and Windows-based C++, C, C#, Visual Basic, LabVIEW, etc. can be used commonly. Thus, it has good versatility. Therefore, FASTECH Ethernet products provide a PI for these programming languages, making them ideal for various customers' software development environments. Like this, when configuring the machine, FASTECH's Ethernet products are used as a suitable solution in the Korean market, that accessibility and versatility are important. Now, using an actual machine as an example, I would like to introduce the concept of Ethernet product development. This machine aligns the lens and sensor of the camera module used in the smartphone. As you can see in the photo on the left, the customer applied 10 axis of Ezi-SERVO 2 Plus-E, which is a standard type of closed-loop stepping system, and 5 axis of Ezi-SERVO. When setting the machine, there is a case that the machine requires a Ezi-SERVO motor, stepping motor, I/O module at the same time. In the case of this 10-axis Ezi-SERVO, the customer can directly connect to a PC through the Ethernet port and control it using the Windows-based API provided by FASTECH. But, a separate motion board is required to control the 5-axis Ezi-SERVO. The customer needs to configure 2 different software development environments to control Ezi-SERVO and Ezi-SERVO. This is cumbersome from the customer's point of view, and costs are increased by a separate motion board to control the 5-axis Ezi-SERVO. In addition, long and thick bundles of wires connected from the Ezi-SERVO to the motion board are required, and it makes the wiring complicated. In the next chapter, I will explain the details with diagrams. As previously explained briefly, conventionally, a separate motion board was required to control the 5-axis of the Ezi-SERVO, and wiring was complicated because many bundles of long wires had to be connected to the motion board through the servo interface cable of the Ezi-SERVO drive. This inconvenience can be solved by using our product, Ezi-MOTIONLINK Plus-E. Ezi-MOTIONLINK Plus-E is an Ethernet Type 1-axis motion controller that can be used by plugging it into the interface connector of the Ezi-SERVO drive. As you can see, for example, there is a Panasonic Ezi-SERVO drive. Ezi-MOTIONLINK can be directly attached to the servo interface connector of this Panasonic's Ezi-SERVO drive. The servo interface connector of Panasonic Ezi-SERVO drive is 3M50-pin connector, and most major Ezi-SERVO drives also use this 3M50-pin connector. Since FASTECH's Ezi-MOTIONLINK also uses this 3M50-pin connector, it is compatible with most major Ezi-SERVO drives. However, the pin map may be different for each Ezi-SERVO drive. For example, if the servo-on signal of Yaskawa Ezi-SERVO is number 5, Mitsubishi is assigned to number 7, but the function of the interface is the same. With this, you can remove the complicated wiring bundle from the Ezi-SERVO to the motion board. By using Ezi-MOTIONLINK, a 1-axis motion controller, the customer can use 5-axis Ezi-SERVO with only an Ethernet communication cable without a separate motion board. You can control these with the API that FASTECH provides. Also, I mentioned that 2 different software environments were required to control 10-axis of Ezi-SERVO and 5-axis of Ezi-SERVO. But, if the customer uses Ezi-MOTIONLINK, 5-axis Ezi-SERVO can be used in the same Ethernet network and software environment using the API of Ezi-SERVO. In other words, a total of 15 axes can be operated with one program. I will show you a practical application example. This example applied the total solution concept that stepping motor, Ezi-SERVO motor, and digital I/O module can be controlled with one Ethernet port, without a separate motion controller. FASTECH's Ezi-SERVO 2 Plus-E, which is stepping motor, Ezi-I/O Plus-E, which is digital I/O module, and Ezi-SERVO are applied to this machine. As you can see, Ezi-MOTIONLINK, which is a 1-axis motion controller for Ezi-SERVO drive, is directly connected to a total of 8 axes of Ezi-SERVOs. Ezi-MOTIONLINKs are connected by daisy chain using Ethernet ports, and there are also connected with Ezi-SERVO 2 Plus-E and Ezi-IO Plus-E of FASTECH by daisy chain through Ethernet communication. With simple wiring, Ezi-SERVO and Ezi-SERVO can be driven by one Ethernet network at the same time. At this machine, I/O module is also connected. In the case of a small machine like this, if you use Ezi-MOTIONLINK, you can control Ezi-SERVO, stepping motor, I/O module with FASTECH's API. You don't need a separate motion board for Ezi-SERVO. Just control with one Ethernet network. Therefore, it is possible to save costs by removing unnecessary motion boards and reducing wiring. To summarize the product concept, it is as follows. Since FASTECH basically provides Windows-based API for Ethernet products, customers can select development languages like C++, C, C#, Visual Basic, LabVIEW, etc. for programming. In addition to the API, GUI software is also provided and can be downloaded for free from the FASTECH web page. As mentioned earlier, FASTECH provides GUI software, Ezi-Motion Plus-E, an API for Windows free of charge. First of all, the GUI software can be downloaded for free from the website. If you access the following address and place the mouse pointer on the Download tab of the home page, the item called Quick Download appears. Click on the item to display the product list. You can download the GUI software by clicking the Program button of the Ezi-STEPII Plus-E product among the products in the list. You can also download the same software by clicking the Program button for other Ethernet products. And in the path where Ezi-Motion Plus-E, FASTECH's Ethernet GUI, is installed, you can check the C#, C++, and LabVIEW example files in the example folder. And, you can check the API in the include folder. For reference, 32-bit API of C# is in include folder, 64-bit API of C# is in include _x64 folder, and 32-bit API of C++ is in include _x86 _cpp folder, and 64-bit API of C++ is in include _x64 _cpp folder. In summary, in the case of a single application, especially a small device, FASTECH's Ethernet products have a built-in motion controller, so a motion board is unnecessary as described before. Using a standard Ethernet network, you can configure and control the entire machine through one Ethernet network, including stepping motors, servo motors, and digital I/O modules. This is the meaning of the total solution we aim for. With the demonstration video, I will show you that stepping motor and Ezi-SERVO I/O module are controlled by one Ethernet network as in the previous application example. There are 28 axes of FASTECH Ethernet products, which is an Ethernet standard type product of closed-loop stepping system, and 4 axes of Ezi-SERVO. Total 32 axes of stepping motor and Ezi-SERVO, an I/O module were controlled by one Ethernet network. The products used in this demonstration are as follows. By applying Ezi-MOTIONLINK to Ezi-SERVO, such as Mitsubishi, Panasonic, Yaskawa, and Sanyo, a total 32 axes including Ezi-SERVO 2 Plus-E and Ezi-SERVO were controlled at the same time. As you can see, Ezi-SERVO and Ezi-SERVO are controlled by one network and program. There is no need for a separate motion board and can be operated simply with a PC. Until now, I've introduced FASTECH's Ethernet total solution. I explained the concept of the total solution by taking the closed-loop stepping system Ezi-SERVO 2 Plus-E as an example. But the concept is the same for the open-loop micro-stepping system. From now on, I will introduce Ezi-STEPII Plus-E. First of all, I will explain the combination model name of Ezi-STEPII Plus-E product. In the example model name, PE means embedded controller with Ethernet network, 56 means 56 mm motor flange size, and L means motor length. BK means that a brake is attached on the motor. You can select the motor from a NEMA 8, 20 mm size motor to a NEMA 34, 86 mm size motor. Motor length is the length of the motor body excluding the motor shaft, and you can select small, medium, large, and extra large length. The lengths you can select depend on the motor size. A brake can be applied from a NEMA 17, 42 mm size motor, to a NEMA 34, 86 mm size motor. The brake is a non-excitation type that activates when the power goes off. For example, you can use it to prevent the Z-axis load from falling. Please refer to the catalog for details. Next, I'd like to introduce features of Ezi-STEPII Plus-E. Ezi-STEPII Plus-E is Ethernet-based open-loop micro-stepping system product. As explained before, Windows-based API and GUI are provided for PC users. You can run multiple applications at the same time. With this, it is possible to monitor parameter values, I/O status, position values, speed values, etc. using our GUI program even when the customer's machine program is running. For example, you can check whether the limit sensor works properly during machine setting by running our GUI at the same time. If a problem occurs in the customer's machine program, it can be monitored by our GUI program, so it can also be used for debugging. Built-in 2-port switching hub allows up to 254 axes to be connected. Because Ezi-STEPII Plus-E's response time is 10 times faster than Ezi-STEPII Plus-R, Ezi-STEPII Plus-E can connect more axes than Ezi-STEPII Plus-R, which just connects up to 16 axes. Finally, since Ezi-STEPII Plus-E is an open-loop micro-stepping system without an encoder, to check the current position, please refer to the command position. We have looked at the features of Ezi-STEPII Plus-E until now. The next product to be introduced is the Ezi-STEPII Plus-E MINI, which is a compact mini drive product of an Ethernet-based open-loop micro-stepping system. First of all, I will explain the combination model name of Ezi-STEPII Plus-E MINI product. In the example model name, PE means embedded controller with Ethernet network, MI means mini drive. 42 means 42 mm motor flange size, and XL means motor length. BK means that a brake is attached on the motor. You can select the motor from a NEMA 8, 20 mm size motor to a NEMA 24, 60 mm size motor. Motor length is the length of the motor body excluding the motor shaft, and you can select small, medium, large, and extra large length. The lengths you can select depend on the motor size. A brake can be applied from a NEMA 17, 42 mm size motor, to a NEMA 24, 60 mm size motor. The brake is a non-excitation type that activates when the power goes off. For example, you can use it to prevent the Z-axis load from falling. Please refer to the catalog for details. Now let me introduce the features of Ezi-STEPII Plus-E MINI product. Ezi-STEPII Plus-E MINI is an Ethernet-based open-loop micro-stepping system product. Ezi-STEPII Plus-E MINI uses a compact size drive, so you can save space and the wiring would be simpler. Other features of Ezi-STEPII Plus-E MINI are the same as the standard type Ezi-STEPII Plus-E described before. The size of Ezi-STEPII Plus-E MINI drive is 1/3 the size of the Ethernet standard type drive. The size is similar to the size of a business card. In addition, since the drive size is compact, the drive can be installed directly near the motor, which shortens the wiring between the motor and the drive. Thus the wiring is simpler, and the cost is reduced, too. I have introduced Ezi-STEPII Plus-E MINI until now. On the FASTECH website www.fastech-motions.com, you can download product-related materials such as catalogs, manuals, drawings, and watch demonstration videos and webinars. Also, if you search FASTECH on YouTube, you can see more than 100 demonstration and webinar videos. Thank you for listening.